Hey guys, so now in our Reddit versus Anthropic case, we've asked our platform to use that complaint to rather than provide the case strategy report, to now provide the client case assessment. And the first thing you'll notice is here in the table of contents, much of the table of contents from the strategy report make their way over to the case assessment. However, the output is much different. Here, you're going to notice when we're talking about the general case information or perhaps the judge information, now we have the output queued up to drive it through a memo type response, something that you would share typically either with a current client or prospective outside counsel to let them know, hey, this is what's going on in the case, even though you may not have been served with it thus far. However, the content is, like I said earlier, very much the same, just written in memo format. One of the nice things about this one is if we scroll down here further and go through the key facts or the key witnesses, we will touch on, for example, unknown key evidence. And why this is relevant to the client perhaps is because you're able to say, we can take a look at all of the other cases that happened before this case in San Francisco County and compare this current case where Reddit had brought the lawsuit against Anthropic and say, relative to these causes of action, this information is typically provided inside those complaints in San Francisco County, at least the cases that predate this one, but they're not here, which begins to formulate the basis of your defense as you're setting up to take charge in this case. Of course, we're going to wrap it up with really some of the most relevant material that the client's going to want to know, potential exposure. So that same information we saw in the case strategy report, isolating recent trends in the jury verdict analysis in that county, we're going to highlight that same information here for the client. Again, this is a one button push while you're looking at the case inside the docket and provides a rough draft example that you're able to go ahead, put on your letterhead and send it off to your client or for business development purposes, prospective clients.